What if one thing holding you back in yoga has absolutely nothing to do with how flexible you are? Seriously, you've been putting in the time and hitting the mat, but you still feel stuck, like you're trying to unlock a door with the wrong key. It turns out there's a nearly invisible mistake that most of us make in every single yoga pose. Today I'm going to show you exactly what that is and how to fix it so you can break through the plateau. So you show up to your mat, you follow the teacher's cues, you push yourself in every warrior, and you stretch as deep as you can in every forward fold. But you're not feeling any stronger or any more flexible. It's like you're running on a treadmill, putting in all the effort but not actually getting anywhere. Any of this sound familiar? Some days you might even leave class more tense than when you started. It's a super frustrating feeling, and it can make you wonder whether you're really doing something wrong. Here's the thing, the problem isn't your effort, it's a tiny silent habit that's sabotaging every move you make. It is one of the most common mistakes that you can make in yoga, but it's overlooked because you can't quite see it. So what is this invisible mistake? It's intentionally holding your breath for too long. I know it sounds almost too simple, but the impact is massive. The moment a pose gets really challenging, most of us, especially beginners, subconsciously hold our breaths and we forget to restart it again. It's like hitting the emergency brake every time you go up a hill. Think about it. Do you do it when you're trying to balance, when you are pushing up into a plank, or when you're trying to twist or just go a little bit deeper? It's a natural instinct to brace when you're trying to concentrate. Now let me just be clear about something. There is a difference between conscious and an unconscious breath hold, or more specifically, an intentional and an unintentional breath hold. Because in practices like the sun salutation, I do teach a brief breath hold at the very top. So after inhale, you hold your breath for a split second before you exhale and fold. That's a conscious and intentional breath hold, which is perfectly fine, safe, and is consistent with old yogic and tantric tradition. It helps you find stability and control in transitions. But what I'm talking about here is the unintentional holding that happens when a pose gets a little too hard. You're straining, your face is tense, and you've completely forgotten to breathe for several seconds or even longer. And it is that which compromises your entire practice. The fix and the real art to Hatha Yoga is to think more consciously about how you're breathing. Here's a science-based approach which is really simple and amazingly effective. Nasal breathing with very intentional pacing. Breathing in and out through the nose rather than your mouth has real physiological benefits. Nasal breathing naturally slows down your respiratory rate, which activates your parasympathetic nervous system. That's the body's rest and digest mode. This lowers your heart rate and blood pressure, creating a calming effect. Your nose also filters and humidifies the air and helps you produce nitric oxide, which improves oxygen absorption in your lungs and your muscles. Mouth breathing, on the other hand, can be really shallow and increase anxiety. And here's how to practice this. Breathe in and out through your nose and focus on making your breath calmer and more controlled than it would be if you were just sitting on the couch. Not forceful or strained, just steady and intentional. A good target is around 4 to 6 seconds per inhale and 4 to 6 seconds per exhale. This slower pace has been shown to optimize heart rate variability, which reduces stress hormones and improves focus. Now let's link this to your movement. Think of your torso like an accordion. The golden rule is inhale to expand and lengthen, and exhale to contract, fold, or twist. Let's walk through a movement. As you sweep your arms up, take a long, slow inhale and feel your ribs expand. As you fold forward, let out a complete nasal exhale, emptying your lungs as your body gets smaller. At the top of the inhale, there may be a split second pause, which if intentional, again is absolutely fine. What we're avoiding is that prolonged unconscious holding of the breath when you're stuck in a tricky pose. Hatha yoga really is the practice of balance, and what we're trying to do is create that balance between the unconscious and conscious, or the intentional and unintentional, because unintentional, because we want to do a practice a certain way. So that is us being conscious of doing something. But there is the unconscious part of the brain which knows better, which thinks, no, we're not going to quite do that. Oh, hang on, that is very stressful. So we're going to override what you're thinking and we're going to control. That's why you end up holding your breath. But through regular practice and through regular training of this system, you can change what is unconscious to conscious and vice versa. And that is the entire art of Hatha yoga. Did that make any sense? Essentially, when you start focusing on your breath first, every pose changes. You will feel more stable, grounded, and incredibly powerful. And this is the entire essence of Hatha yoga. Breathe first, move second. So if I've lost you with all the science spiel, don't worry. All you need to remember is that if you are moving second, breathing first, so if your body is led by your breathing, you are practicing yoga, Hatha yoga. If your body moves first and then your breathing follows, there's every possibility that you're going to be catching up with your breathing the entire time. And the difference between those is how we differentiate the art of yoga and just glorified stretching. As always, make sure to subscribe so you can learn how to deepen your own practice.